Hello again. Hey, fireagatemark here. I'm here again. I'm working on this piece. I'm actually just assessing this piece. This is the one that I'm carving from beginning to end. So the next video I'll be doing part 3. This is more of just me getting a read on the stone and figuring out how much deeper I have to go excuse me, before I'm going to start thinking about doing any fine work. So I'm going to continue to clean out these valleys. One of the things that I'll do sometimes is to dry off the stone and come in with a Sharpie marker, and I'll mark off the areas that are still dark, and that's where I'll be more aggressive in grinding. And then any other areas that don't have the Sharpie, I tend to stay off them, and I approach those with like a medium grit bit. These other ones I can be a little bit more aggressive with. I can see, let's get that wet again. I can see where it dips back under. There's the color layer, a clear layer, and then this false color layer, or thin color layer. So you see this little flash of purple. See, it's a thin slice. Let's see if I can magnify that a little bit more. Oh yeah, there we go. So it looks like it's hovering. It's actually, that purple is a thin layer that was trapped over clear chalcedony and then over the next agate layer, and you can see how it layers and it's stacked. There's even color layers above it that stacked purple, and there's some green. So you can see this is multi-layered. What I want, that's probably too close, is I want this area in here where we're getting the darker, more prominent greens and blues and purples and pinks. I want this, and it's a little ways under the surface, so I just gradually have to continue working my way in. You can see where this ring appears. It's kind of milky, hard to see through. That's the layer I'm still getting rid of. So I sit with the stone, I assess it, I check it periodically, and I figure out how I'm going to come in next and start carving that. And like I said, I always carve 2 stones at once, so this is my backup, my company, the one that I'm taking my break with. This is a little piece, well, it's not a little piece. This is a piece of Slaughter Mountain fire agate I've had for a while. And you can see on the back, the agate layer is fairly thick. It's well banded. It's got like this, let's see if we can get it wetter. Yeah, that worked. There's this one layer, the white milky layer, and it's like a common opal layer. We have to get underneath that, and then it looks like there's another layer, another opal layer, and then more agate. So there's 3 different possible color layers that I have to assess, and I want to figure out which one's the best. Well, how do you do that? You, turn the stone around, and let me zoom out a little. I'm trying to find a test corner. This all looks like it's a fairly consistent layer through here. I see some pretty green in there, some other stuff. I'm really starting to come in on the bubbles. You can see that. They look like they're right under the surface. They look like they can produce some really nice color. What I want to do is I want to find a test corner. See how this separates, oops, this little lip? Well, the advantage of this is when I grind this lip off, it looks like there's a little bit of a bubble color layer, so I can see what's in that top layer, cut through, see what's in the next layer, and then as I cut through to the base, after the clear chalcedony at the edge, it goes back to the agate layer, and it looks like there's some color right underneath that, possibly some red that transitions down. So I mean, it goes all the way. There's colors here, or indicators here, here, and here. So I want to find a little corner like that, and then I'm going to grind all the way through, and then see if I find a desirable color like purple, blue, you know, whatever color that I might find. And so with that, I'm going to do that on the grinding wheel, and just sit there and kind of grind the edge off and work my way down. So as far as assessing the stones, figuring out what I'm going to work on, that's how I'm doing it. I kind of sit with the stones for a while. I soak them. I make sure the water is clean. I go through. You can see stuff underwater that you sometimes can't see above without it. Sometimes I'll just zoom in really close, take a series of pictures, figuring out where I can go, where I can't go, and then I can look at the pictures later, and then I can even mark the areas that I want to grind into. So anyway, we'll be back. The next one will be part 3 of beginning to end, and we'll see where we get. Thank you so much for watching Mark's Minerals videos. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see the rest of the video and see how the stone gets finished. Thanks for watching.